And now we move to cars, and we have the car coach with us herself, Lauren Fix. Hey, Lauren, thank you for being with us. You know, consumer confidence is still high, but these interest rates start increasing, and some buyers, car buyers that is, appear to be moving to used cars or even light trucks. What do you make of these October numbers, Lauren?
Well, actually, the October numbers have been much higher than expected. A lot of analysts said that, oh, it's going to be totally down and we're not going to sell as many cars and as many light trucks. But what ended up happening was car sales actually bounced by 1%. So it's been on an average of about 30%. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to know that SUVs and trucks have really taken over the marketplace. But 31% of October sales were cars when analysts had expected it to drop to 28%. But why would that be? Well, you would think it's incentives. But actually, incentives are down also. I think the strong economy has caused people to think, you know what, I've been keeping this car 12 to 14 years, which is the average used car on the road. They're deciding it's time to trade that in. So they're putting a flood on the used car market, which you'll probably see reflected in next month's sales. And you'll watch a drop of incentives, which is kind of interesting. It's about $3,700 a car on average. Remember, you got some real expensive cars and some not so expensive cars. So that's an interesting thing. So all that brings down the SARS, which is the expected annual sales, to be at 17 million. So 17.59, which is a record high, especially for 2018 when they were expecting it to actually turn the other direction. New cars mean people buy insurance, they buy all those things that go with it, and so that helps the economy grow overall because half of the Dow Jones is automotive-based stocks.
Wow, half. I mean, I look at this stuff all the time, and I never caught that one. Let me ask you, Lauren, on interest rates. If they're not really putting a crimp in buyers at this point, is there a point where they will? We look at the Fed going to probably increase interest rates by another 0.25% in December. Does that matter that much now, given all these incentives you talk about, or you think the market will continue to be strong going forward into next year?
I think the market will be strong from auto sales through the end of the year. I don't believe that a 0.25% is going to impact someone from buying a vehicle if it's, 3% or 3.25%, because you also get options of whether you'd like to have cash back or sometimes a loyalty discount. So if you stick with that same brand, especially more expensive vehicle, you'll get at least up to $2,500 discount. Or there's a conquest. You went from Mercedes to BMW, or you went from Audi to Lincoln. There's definitely a discount. You'll note that the top sellers out there that have had consistent growth in sales are Ferrari and Subaru of some of the brands. There's also Lamborghini. So those are real expensive cars, at least Ferrari and Lamborghini. And who's buying those cars? People that have cash flow. Those people are ones that are doing well in this economy, which are business owners, lawyers, doctors, people that are, investing wisely, shall we say.
Yeah, you and I spoke offline, and we always talk about interesting things on the air and off, but we're looking at all these different models. You raised this Book by Cadillac service, which looks like you think maybe it's curtailed. Tell us about that.
Cadillac has a subscription service called Book. You subscribe to it, you make a monthly payment, and maybe you don't own a car on a regular basis, but you can use an Escalade if you want to have a big family going somewhere, or you just want to use the XT4 or a CTS if you're going out to dinner. Well, they just put a stop to the service right now. They're saying it's going to come back, but the only reason you would end a service like that is if it needed a full revamp. So I find that interesting in subscription services where a lot of people think, especially tech people, think the trend is no one's going to own vehicles, they're all going to be autonomous, and they're all going to be hybrid. It looks like people actually do want to buy vehicles. They actually do want to drive. And the cost of gasoline hasn't gone through the roof, so it's causing people to think about new vehicles. And subscriptions in general can be very expensive. It's an all-in package. You get all the insurance, all the maintenance, the cost of the car. All you have to do is make the payment and fill it up with fuel. Very interesting, too. And on prices, prices for gasoline have not been this low since April, less than south of $2.80 a gallon in the U.S., so that will continue. Lauren, we sure appreciate you being with us. Always so much interesting stuff and more complicated as things go forward. We appreciate you helping us weave your way through it and weave our way through it. Lauren Fix, the car coach. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Bart.